my Mac, the camera isn't working, so I can't do a Zoom call on my Mac. And the thing about Streak is the view is very different on different devices. So the best view to do it is on your laptop whenever you're setting it up. I can try to like point it at my screen, but once I get my camera fixed, I am happy to do like another, like a video and show you how I set everything up. There's also, like, I just want to do a disclaimer here because the setup is longer than like a team call would be, and there are so many videos on YouTube. And I actually also have a link from a Josh Coates training with maybe Alexis Starr, who used Google Streak, and she does like walks you through setting it up as well. First of all, we want to start off the call with our open floor for shout outs. So anybody that you would like to shout out this week on our team, or I guess pretty much on our team, now is the time. Unmute yourself. This has been, I think, amazing energy and a really awesome time for our team. So there should be a lot of shout outs right now because y'all are rocking it.
I'll start by shouting out Sara, because Sara went above and beyond. She had several people in our live glance group, or our sneak peek last week. And then on top of that, she took it one step further and she conducted a Zoom call with them tonight. And from that Zoom call, she's got 3 that are ready to join our team and start working, which I think is really awesome. Oh, 4. Look at that. Like 10 minutes ago, it was 3. Now it's 4. That's awesome.
Thank you.
I want to shout out Lindsay Cox-Wifey, because she worked with me on the Poise Challenge, and she did awesome graphics. And just, we talked about it, and she just barreled ahead, and thank God she did, because I don't know how to do that stuff. So yay, Lindsay.
Yeah, definitely Lindsay, because I at first was like, hey, let's do a group, a chat, something, so the 3 of us can get together. And then Lindsay was like, oh, we'll set something up. And next thing I know, she had it. And then, like, I was shopping yesterday, so I just, like, all these messages every time that we connect. And I'm, like, trying to catch up. I'm like, oh, okay, great, ladies. And I wanted to say something like, you're way over planning. But then I second-guessed myself, and I was like, maybe it is for a month.
Yeah, I just wanted to say those ladies have been fantastic. Megan and Lisa both. You guys have been awesome with that. It was fantastic to do it. And thank you so much for the shout out.
I just want to shout out, like, I don't know if this is allowed, but I want to shout out everyone, because the energy in the team page, I mean, going from like the crickets that it kind of was in Team Evolve to now, it's night and day. But not just that, the support on each other's pages. Like, I've noticed y'all are like always there lifting me up and lifting each other up, and that's what a team is all about. And like, it just warms my heart so much, because that's the kind of culture that I know Lindsay and we all want to grow and nurture. And like, that has just been on fire this past week. And that's what it's about, guys, is being here for each other. And it's scary to do those posts and, the very vulnerable posts. And that's when having that team around you is just like so comforting. So awesome job with just supporting each other.
And Sara, I just want to say you're awesome too, because on the call the other night when we were brainstorming, you could hear the baby, and he's going nuts again too, because his brothers get him all riled up. But no, she just like messaged me, and she was like, is everything okay with the baby? Like, I heard him crying. And I was like, yeah, his brothers just scared him. But she was so sweet. Like, it had nothing to do with the team, but she just like cared. It's awesome.
We were all worried, actually. We're all, I mean, our families are all our families. Our kids, know each other, and that's That's the beautiful part about this.
No, he just gets mad when I put him on the floor and he doesn't want to be there. So he just screams. And if you don't pick him up right away, he just screams louder. Kind of like his dad.
I think we've all been there. Anybody else? Okay. Tara, I love your bathroom. I need to get a new one. I think I'm going to go for purple so it can be twins. My zebra one's wearing out. Okay, so I'm going to talk about Google Streak real quick. Like I said, I want to tell you how I use it. All of the technical stuff, to be completely honest, I'm still learning myself. I think I'm going to talk about a virtual assistant on another call. But I will just say that I had my VA set it up initially. So all of the fine tuning, details, organizing is what I've been working on myself. And what she did was, so the first thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get, the reason Google Streak is so good is it's interactive with Gmail. And if you ever listen to Chalene Johnson, she talks about how important it is to have an email list. And this is something I did not have for the longest time, and I'm just now working on. Lindsay and I talked about this at the Marketing Impact. An email list is so important because, yes, Facebook is a monster and probably never going anywhere, but like so many of my conversations take place in Messenger. And if one day somebody mentioned this, if Facebook noticed like that I was running a business from my personal page and decided to be a jerk and just close my account, all of those messages, all of those contacts, leads, conversations would be gone. So Facebook can't touch my Gmail. So this is why you want to build your email list. And yeah, I don't, sometimes I feel like people open their Facebook Messenger much more frequently than emails. But if you have nothing else, you have your email. And in Google Streak, you keep all their contact information, so you can keep their address, phone number, all of those details that you should have, which I'm honestly myself don't always have. I mean, all I know is like sometimes when I send out Shago packets, I'm like, what's your real last name? Because your name is Gina Marie on Facebook. So do I send it to Gina Marie? So Streak is actually an app that interacts with Gmail. You have to download it individually on each device. It is used, it's a CRM, so it's used to organize all of your email lists. And it's really good. It's used for tracking. So everything you can, let me get out my notes here. You can access Streak from your laptop, your iPad, or your iPhone. There is an app for it. The app is very simple, so it's like a very simple view. You can't see everything laid out, but if you are working on sending messages during the day, you can easily track the things that you're doing on your phone, which is why I liked it, because I was paying for Teamsy, and I honestly feel that this works better than Teamsy. Like the more I'm learning about it, the more it like blows my mind what's possible with this. So with Streak, you have a few different categories. You have pipelines, stages, and boxes. And so for the pipelines, you kind of decide, and if you look at the YouTube videos on on Google Streak, everyone kind of has different pipelines, and it's just based on how your brain works. So that's the beauty of it. You can make them your own. When I first started out, my VA had it broken into pipeline for Facebook contacts and one for Instagram contacts. Underneath pipelines, they go into stages. And I'm just going to show you I'm going to show you an example here. So you can see, can you see? Hang on. Yes. So this is my Power Hour pipeline. These are my stages under Power Hour. So these are people who have added to Facebook. This is people I'm building value with. These are people I'm interacting with in groups. These are 5 non-Beachbody messages, so just like creating conversations, 5 follow-ups, 5 invites, mentoring 1 coach, and connecting with 1. So those stages, you can make anything. So under like coach prospects, let me see here, challenger prospects, I have different stages. I have free group. So I have people who are in a free group. Anyone who like qualifies as, so we did a cleaning group last month. All of those people would go into there. Then there's a group for people who have shown past interest, people who are active customers. That's how I would track my customers under challenger prospects. People who have shown interest or that I'm forming. And then I have different, like I've contacted them once and then contact them, like people I've contacted twice, invoice sent because sometimes I forget to check back in with them. And then I have a last chance box. And I don't really ever put people in that because I don't believe there's ever a last chance. The cool thing is under the stages, and that's what we're talking about right now, are boxes. And so the boxes are going to be the names of the people that are going to go into each stage. So let me go back to my Power Hour one because this is pretty cool. Also, when you go into those categories of like contacted once, send an invoice, you can schedule a follow-up. It'll pop up on your phone, on your iPad, on your computer, and it'll remind you that you need to follow up with this person. And that I love because Teamsy didn't do that. Well, I had to open Teamsy, but that's the cool thing about like it being integrated with Google. So here again, I have my Power Hour. And you can see interact in groups. These are Facebook groups. Can you guys see that? Okay. So I have 3, these are considered boxes. So I've added boxes and I have put the groups that I want to start adding more value in and kind of building relationships. And then over here, these are the columns. You can also customize the columns. I have a done column, and in that you can put check boxes. So I can go, let's see if I can do this, and check it off when I'm done, and it saves it. So each day, that's how I do my Power Hour, and I just go into there. The thing about Teamsy was it would pop up with like who you needed to message, but with this, you're creating your own box of people who are ready to, like, this is your funnel system. So you're creating your own category of people, whether it's people who you've messaged once or people who've shown interest in the past. Those are the people who are ready to be invited, people who were in a clean eating group. So you can go into those stages and pick like 5 invites from those and then add them over into your Power Hour under your 5 invites. What else? There's also some cool features on here. I was trying to learn that if you are making contact with people by email, whenever you click on their name, it'll show you every email communication you've ever had with them. I'm gonna pop in a Prego pop. Sorry, I know it's not very professional, stuck on candy, but I almost lost my voice talking in the last call, so. That's a really cool thing that you can see all of your email conversations in one spot. Also, I haven't done this yet, but whenever you are building value, you can connect this to your Facebook. I know it takes a little more time, but I really like this idea that you can go into that person's profile and then copy and paste their Facebook, the URL to go to their Facebook page, so that whenever you're in either your Power Hour or you want to message them and you're going from your Gmail to Facebook, you can just click on that link and it takes you right to their page. So you don't even have to be in Facebook scrolling. You can do your whole Power Hour from Google. Your Facebook doesn't even have to be open because you're going to have the link to go right to their profile, read like what they've been doing, and message them right from there. That was huge for me because I'm a bad scroller. There's also like a snooze button, which we all love. And that's for like if a follow-up comes up and maybe, I don't know, for whatever reason, it comes up when you're out and you're busy and you don't have time to go do it right then, you can snooze it and it'll come back up and remind you that you still need to do that follow-up. So some of the pipelines that I've created: Power Hour. I created one for my monthly challenge group. That way I can keep track of my challengers. And under my challenge group, I have people who have ordered, added to the group. Obviously, that would be for like the beginning of the month. And then I have active and idle. And I want to keep track of that because sometimes if I add a lot of people to a group, somebody gets like, I kind of forget because they don't participate. And I try to keep track to follow up with them because I hate nothing more than somebody buying something and never ever checking in or using it or opening their dang boxes. So this kind of helps me keep tabs on who should be checking in a challenge group each month and who I need to go check on myself. Challenger prospects, we talked about that. Coach prospects, I have a dream team list as one of my stages. Rockstar challengers, which may or may not be the same as your dream team list, but people to kind of keep an eye on because they're growing towards being a good dream teamer. People who are interested in being coaches, people in conversation, so you're already talking to them about it. I have a stage for they've been in a sneak peek group. I have a stage for if they've actually done a call with me. And then I have a stage for I've sent them the sign up link, and one for not right now. Because there are a lot of those people who are interested, but just not right now. And you want to keep track of them. Okay. Who's the other good one? Another good one that I hadn't seen anybody else do, but that I wanted to do was I wanted to keep track of my ads, my new people each month. So on Facebook or Instagram, and you could even break this down into new Facebook contacts for March, new Instagram contacts for March. I am not that I'm not as good at Instagram. Like I don't have as many people on Instagram, as many conversations going as I do on Facebook. So I focused more on my Facebook setup for now, but it can all be applied to Instagram. The hard part with that for me is like, do I put their like fit mama for 3, like do I put their Instagram name in there, or like do I ask at what point are we cool enough for me to ask for your real name? You know what I mean? But this can all be kind of duplicated and streamlined the same way for Instagram. Any questions so far? Everything is also color coded, and you can change the colors however you want. Go ahead, Linz.
I'm just wondering, I'm one of those people, I'm really bad about like looking up a YouTube video and learning how to do it the right way. I usually just pull it up and start doing it. Should I not do that? Should I take the time to wait and watch a video? Or is this kind of user friendly where I'm going to be able to figure it out if I just start playing with it?
I think from what I'm telling you, you'll understand enough. Like that was kind of what I had to figure out. Whenever you add a pipeline, like this part I didn't listen to. I just started doing it myself. It says, what do you want to track? And it gives you like business categories, real estate, personal. My battery's low. I just pick sales deals, which is the first one. Everything from what I've seen under that, like it just kind of gives you generic names on the stages. Like it tries to set you up for a quick setup, but you can still customize it however you want.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to log in with my phone.
What about, I just pulled it up online to like start making one, and there's 3 options. There's like a free one and 2 that you pay for. Do you just do the free one?
Yeah. And I think a free one is like the most you would need from what I've heard from anyone. That reminds me, Skylar, my VA imported all of my contacts from Facebook. So there is a way to do that. It was the same as for TeamZ. So you kind of, I'll have to look through the steps, but you go like to something under your settings, and then you export all of your Facebook contacts. And I can have my VA tell me how she did it exactly, but it'll import all of their names into it, and then you'll have to sort them out. But like I had 3,000, so that's a lot of people for me to just like type in each one. So it saved me a ton of time. And Instagram, you can do the same, I think. Any other questions?
There's a couple in the chat thing, Sarah. Did you see
Oh.
them? You want me to? I know you're on your phone and it's hard to see chat on your phone.
So let's see. Sorry. Holy crap. I'm sorry, guys. Wait. Did these like chats go back to prior calls?
Oh, I don't know. The first one I'm seeing is from, you want me just to read them to you? Would that be easier?
Yeah. I saw one from Erica. Is she on? Like, I don't think she's even on.
I'm Erica because I'm using the.
Yes, please. Okay, so I'm sorry I missed all of these. Okay. Tell me where to start, Lindsay.
I see Salida at 8:49 asked if she says, I've made Facebook friends groups for all of them. Would this keep up with that too? Because of something that was suggested in Meet Me at the Tree.
Yeah, I like that.
Facebook, she organized them. So she's wondering if this would keep them organized the same way.
No. You would have to like duplicate. Sorry.
Did we lose Sarah?
I'm here. Okay. You would have to try to like duplicate those. If you wanted to keep those friends groups, you could organize them that way under a streak, but they wouldn't transfer that way.
Okay, there's another one. Jackie asked about the app. Yes, Jackie, there is an app. Lindsay says, do you set up everything manually or can it like transfer things over? I think you may have just said that, but I can't remember.
Yeah, that's the Facebook definitely transfers it over, and I'm like 90% sure Instagram will too. I don't know about Twitter.
Jamie said, can you use a different email address or does it have to be Gmail?
No, it's a Google product, so it has to be Gmail.
And
do you mean for the people you're adding? They don't have to be Gmail.
Okay.
But you, like, as the user, yes, it has to be a Gmail address.
Christy is saying that she is a visual person, and I love what she said. She said, would you actually be willing to, like, screenshot yours and your pipeline headings and everything and maybe, like, share it in the team page?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. That's what I had to do to set it up.
I think that's everybody's questions for right now.
Hey, I have one more. Okay, so I'm going through the process of setting it up, like getting it started, and it asks you, what are you trying to do with Streak? And option A is like CRM, organizing leads, deals, candidates. But then the option B is email tracking. It has this snooze, mail merges.
I would do option 1.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep.
Sorry. Is Streak CRM for Gmail? Is that the app for Apple?
Yes.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure I was downloading the right one.
And you can also share this. Like, the cool thing is when I create a new pipeline, I can make it private or I can share it. And so you can share it with other people. And I mean, I don't know what utility that would have other than for me, I share it with my VA. Another pipeline that I had made, because you can't delete people. So people are boxes. People's names go into the boxes under the stage. You can't delete them from your iPhone. So like when I transferred all my contacts from Facebook, I had like some of my challengers' husbands in there, and they're not someone I'm ever going to like, you know, approach. Streak is, how's it spelled? STREAK. So to delete them, I couldn't delete them from my phone. So I created a pipeline that said to delete, and I would just move them to that pipeline or to that stage. Then when I got back to my laptop, I could just go get rid of all of those names, kind of clean it up. So it's free. It integrates with your email. It kind of forces you to create an email list. It's beautiful colors for those of us who are visual. There are like you can put in check boxes for those of us who love checklists. It's portable with you. Instantly updates. Like this morning, I created a ton of new pipelines on my laptop, and I went into my app on my phone, and everything just like updated and was so nice and pretty and organized. So it is a bit of like, it's a time investment to set up, but there are a lot of like really successful top coaches who use it and swear by it. And I know there are so many features that I don't even know about to like share with you that can be integrated and really, really useful for your business. Like there's like reports that you can track. There's so much stuff that I still need to play around with. The only other thing, like you make charts and everything. The only other thing was like TeamZ would, as you sent like a message and logged it, it would kind of like count your numbers and add them for you. And then you would like, you had goals that you would like work towards. And when you hit your number, then you were done, and it would show you 100% completed for the day. But if you're setting your goals as stages for yourself and you're making check boxes, like you just have to do that one little extra step yourself, which if you're tracking manually, you should be doing that anyway. So it's just more organized, clean. Anything else? I will take pictures of all of that, and like I'm sure it's kind of been, the more I play with it, the more I kind of adjust things, because I'm like, this would work better as like a whole separate pipeline. And then this morning was when I thought like yesterday I was like, I'm gonna start doing my free group in there too, so that I can move those people directly and keep that as a funnel. And the whole point of Streak is kind of to keep things moving. So like when you have a list written down on paper, it's hard to see like where you're going with conversations and stuff. And so this actually has like those little colored arrow type things at the top, and your goal is to kind of move them through the pipeline, so to speak, and get them to either a yes or a no. And so this is a really good way, especially the more conversations you have going. I have left so many conversations going with somebody saying, yeah, I'd be interested, tell me more. And I go back to like follow like their name I see on my notebook a month later, and I go back to be like, hey, how have you been? I'm like, oh shit, I never like, sorry, but like, you know what I mean? Like I left them hanging, and maybe they were ready at that moment and needed me. So I can't rely just on my memory, because I have too much stuff going on. So I've really liked this tracking system. Is there anything else in chat? Streak. Yes, that's how it's spelled.
So maybe what we could do, and I know you may not have all the answers, but what we could do is maybe make like a post in the team page where underneath in the comments you could share your images of your stuff. And then if we have any questions, maybe we could all just funnel our questions in the comments underneath that. So I have a feeling, I know for me personally, I never bought into Team Z. Honestly, I'm just really too cheap to pay for something, to be completely honest about it. But this is something I'm really interested in because I love Google. So I know for me, I'm going to start using it, and I'm thinking a lot of other people are going to try it too. What we could do is I can make like a quick graphic just saying like Google Streak, and then underneath, if we have any questions, we can share them, or if we learn anything new, we can share them and just kind of keep that as a running thread in the team page. That way, if maybe someone can answer the questions that we have without us having to go searching, hunting for answers on YouTube or something. Is that a good idea?
Yeah, because I'm sure there's some tech people here who will know a million times more than what I'm telling you right now after like 5 minutes. So
okay. I'll set that up tonight before I go to bed, because I'm also gonna make the Instagram pods and share those with you guys before I go to bed too. So
I can do it, Lindsay.
you sure?
Mm-hmm.
Good deal. I'll focus on Instagram then.
Okay.
Alrighty. Let me stop recording before we say goodnight.